everyone, Laura here. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding this whole homeschooling thing a little bit challenging. Actually, what I'm finding the most challenging is just finding resources that I can use with my kids that will help keep me sane and keep them busy all day long. So today I've teamed up with Shaw to help bring you some really great educational resources that you can find on the Canada Together, Learn Together page. One of the important things about homeschooling is trying to find things that would interest you, because if you're trying to get your kid to do an activity that doesn't interest you, it's a lot harder to convince them that it's going to be fun. And almost more importantly, I think we need to not be so hard on ourselves, because I know the other day I was so stressed out feeling that I wasn't doing enough for them. And this is such a weird time in our world where the kids are home all day long and not at school, that we're all just doing our best. So we just need to give ourselves a pat on the back. So now I'm going to share with you some of these great resources found on the Learn Together page. I'll put all the links in the description box. So my first tip is to find activities that your kids can do on their own. I don't know about you, but my youngest has a hard time self-entertaining. So if I'm trying to do stuff around the house or I'm trying to get some work done, it can be really difficult if he isn't actively busy doing something. So on the website, I found painting with Yuk Sim, and it's been really enjoyable. It's an activity that my kids can do together. It takes them probably a good hour, I'd say, even though the lessons are half an hour. They keep pausing in between just because they can't paint as fast and they want to make sure that they're doing a good job, but they really love learning these techniques. So I just put it on the TV and set the kids up with a paint and easel, and they just go at it, and they have really been enjoying it, and I've been really enjoying seeing their masterpieces come to life. Tip number 2, find things to talk about at dinner. Now, during school, the kids would come home, we'd have dinner, and we'd talk about their day. But now, because we're together all day, every day, we don't really have a lot to talk about at dinner. So what I did is I went on the Learn Together page and found Wonderopolis. It's basically a website that answers fun questions like, who invented kindergarten? How are instruments made? Or how did motocross begin? And it gives the answers. So kids can search questions, they can post their own questions. And what we've been doing is everybody in the family has to look up one question and find the answer to that question and share it at dinner time. So what I like about this with my youngest is that I get him to write down his question and to write down the answers. Now, he's not a fan of writing, so it can sometimes be a battle getting him to do an exercise like that, but he really enjoys finding out all of these kind of fun, unique facts and questions that the website has, so he's quite happy to do it, and it gives us something to talk about at dinner. Tip number 3, make sure to support mental health. Now, this is especially true if you have a teenager at home. I don't know about you, but my teen is struggling a little bit because she's away from her friends, she's away from the routine of getting up in the morning and going to school and having a social life. So she's kind of struggling, and Shaw has teamed up with EverFi, and they have all of these really great courses, but they also have a really wonderful course on mental health. The one course I recommend for teens is the Mental Wellness Basic course. It's a short little course that talks about mental wellness concepts like coping strategy, stigma, emotional health, anxiety, all of these things that our kids are struggling with. I found this course to be really helpful for Faris, so it's definitely worth checking out if you have a teen at home. Tip number 4, find something that your kids can do online with friends. So it's still really important that they maintain friendships. It's still really important for their mental health to connect with others outside the household. So the other day I found on the National Geographic website a quiz called Which Musical Instrument Am I? And my son was able to do this with a friend, and they went through the quiz together. And it was kind of a fun way for them to interact and start a conversation. I find my son is sometimes nervous to call friends, and so this is a good icebreaker with him. And then after they did the short little quiz, they stayed on FaceTime together. My son just set up his phone and was playing mini hoops in his room while talking to his friend, and it was a great way for them to stay connected. Tip number 5, find something that you've always wanted to learn and do it with your children. So I've always been curious about coding, but I've just never had the time to sit down and learn it. And my daughter's interested in it as well. So it's kind of a good opportunity for us to sit and learn a new skill together. I came across this really great website where you can learn to code. Again, I'm going to put all of the links in the description box so you can easily reference what I've been doing in this video. But even if it's not coding, if it's something else, different skill that you can learn with your kids, it's wonderful to do together, and it's a great opportunity for you to learn a new skill that you've maybe wanted to learn for a while now and just haven't had the time to do it. If the things I mentioned in this video don't interest you, that's okay, because the Canada Together, Learn Together page has tons of resources, so you'll be sure to find something that will interest you. Go ahead and visit CanadaTogether.com to peruse all of the fun resources that they've managed to put together for you to make homeschooling a little bit easier. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe to my channel to be notified when I post new videos. And stay healthy and stay sane. We will get through this together, everybody. Bye for now.